February 26, 2026. My thoughts go back to a year ago today when I was typing away emails every day and trying to reason with the state of Alaska. A lot of good that did. And I started to pull up some of these emails. You can look at it right now. I wind the clock back to a year ago today when I asked Douglas Vincent Lang why I'm not receiving my state permit. Once we receive your completed application, we will review it and get back to you. But the reinstatement of my USDA license, which would have expired on the 5th of August 2027, made no difference. So I filled out this new application like Vincent Lang and Scott and all those people wanted. And then on the 7th of March, Mr. Kroschel, we are in the process of reviewing your recent application for a new license. Notice the date in which he wrote that. March 7th. Notice he wrote it on March 7th. March 7th. March 7th. Kroschel's application. What does it say? March 6th. March 6th. March 6th, huh? No state live exhibition educational permit will be issued. This constitutes a final decision by this guy, Ryan Scott. But I didn't give up, and the emails flew every day. But there was one woman by the name of Shalene Hutter that works for the Alaska Department of Fish and Game that actually stepped in to help me. And we began a reapplication. And thus we began a reapplication with her help. And I had all this additional, detailed information that eventually ended up to be over 100 pages given to the Alaska Department of Fish and Game. But all that work in a reapplication really meant nothing. On the 9th of May, Shalene Hutter writes, "Please don't send anything to the department. All they do is make fun of you. All they do is make fun of you." Direct communication with them about how much they are being hypocritical, bleedy bleep, isn't going to do bleedy blink. By the 12th of May, my attorney and Shalene Hutter from Fish and Game were exchanging emails. The problem is Steve is being set up by the ADF&G as well. So who is the court going to believe when it's his word against the word of two government agencies? Despite that over 100-page application with the help of Shalene Hutter, I had turned away thousands of dollars. I wrote to my attorney, "These emails and phone calls are every hour. I sit here with less than $24. How long do we wait? What do we do?" And then on June 12th, this guy, Douglas Vincent Lang, writes this: "We are still under review and discussing with the Department of Agriculture regarding their recent inspection. We want to make sure we are coordinated and Mr. Kroschel is fully permitted to operate as an educational facility." On the 22nd of June, a mere 4 days before the raid, my attorney wrote to Douglas Vincent Lang and Ryan Scott again. "Yesterday, before 9 a.m., Mr. Kroschel received more than 10 inquiries from groups who want to visit the facility. Your department's delay and failure to issue the educational permit are having a detrimental impact on tourism in Haines." And what did the commissioner say? "I understand the impact tourism. We will have a decision soon. Have a good weekend." Now, Douglas Vincent Lang, he did make a decision, didn't he? Less than 48 hours later, with an army of state troopers in their AR-15s with their fingers on the trigger or next to the trigger, ready to, that was his decision. That was his decision. So, that was their decision. They got him in Russia. The people seem to be way more... I don't trust the politicians of Alaska. I was reading something from Lisa Murkowski yesterday. She's talking about Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine and all this, and she stands with the people. Well, you know what? To say that you stand for the people of Ukraine, great. I do too. And so do the Russians. Isn't that interesting? fund the conflict. That's why it continues. The only way to stop this war, Lisa Murkowski, is for the United States to stop funding the war. It'll be over in a week. You know that. This is all part of the military-industrial complex. I don't trust any of these politicians in Alaska anymore.